Hello and welcome to another episode of A to Z of sound production. My name is Leke. I am from Explosive Multimedia. If you are new into this channel, this is where we discuss everything you need to know about sound production. If you are new, please click the subscribe button, and if you are one of our old subscribers, we encourage you to add comments to your view. This will help us to know what you need to know, and we do more research to come up with solutions. Okay, in this video we are going to be discussing a topic that says noise gates, and as usual we are going to start with the definition. We do a little bit of interactive section on how to understand noise gate better, and we end it up with practical section to help you understand more on how to use noise gates. So before we define what noise gate is, I would like to put up this illustration for us to properly understand what noise gate is. Imagine an estate with a kind of automatic security door that when no one approaches the gate remain locked. When merely someone approach the door, so far the person is coming with a pass, the door will automatically open for the person to pass by. And once somebody is coming or approach the door without a pass, the gates remain locked. So this same scenario is what our noise gates in sound represents. So therefore our pass now on this scenario is our threshold. So the first thing you need to understand is, for you to use a noise gate properly, you are trying to reduce a kind of background noise in your mix. I will explain better. Take for instance, you have a signal coming in, and you notice that there are some certain frequency that you will term as noise. You don't really want it, but they are very low in nature. So you just want to apply the gate in such a way that any signal that is above that particular threshold will have access to pass through the gate, and you will hear it. Then any signal that is below that particular threshold is locked out. So in a simple term, we can automatically say noise gate is a kind of door that block out unwanted frequency. I hope you understand, and when we get to the practical section, you'll get to understand this better. So why do we need noise gates? Okay, imagine a situation whereby a program is going on and there is a split seconds of silence. Nobody is talking, everybody is waiting for the next action. And have you ever experienced that kind of scenario that in that split seconds you start hearing the sound of the fan, the AC, the in-house discussion within the hall? This is where your noise gates become very useful, because you know that meaning that one backup has forgot to switch off his mic, and there is a movement on the stage, and you start hearing the movement on the stage through your loudspeaker and through your mix generally. This is where your noise gates become perfect tools for you. In that moment, your noise gates keep all mic switch down or switch off to some level of range, that if the level at which that movement, the noise is not as high at some level of threshold, your mics will not pick them. So that is what your noise gate does for you. It doesn't actually remove noise. That is not the function of noise gate, but it keep away some level of frequency out of your mix. So that being said, I hope you understand what noise gate is, and we are going to move straight to the practical section to demonstrate what noise gate is. We have different parameters, just like the same way we discussed on compression. The same thing almost applied to our noise gate. We are going to be talking about the threshold, and if you are new into this video, you can check our video on compression to understand what threshold, dynamic range, release time, attack time, the old, the new really means. So almost everything we are going to repeat on our noise gate, but this time around we are doing it with the mindset that we are blocking out some unwanted frequency in our mix. So if that is clear to you, let's move straight to the practical angle of noise gates. Okay, to start with, we are going to identify our noise gates, and as you can see, this is our noise gate here. So the first thing is you want to try as much as possible to activate the noise gate on the channel, which is this, as you can see, is activated. And once that is done, you want to set a threshold at which you don't have any problem with when and what time the gates will start working. So just as I've said earlier on, if you are confused about what a threshold is, go to our channel and check for compression video. We have actually explained all these parameters used to set your compression and gate. So the first one is threshold, the mode, the attack, the hold, release, range. What else? That's all. Majorly, that's all you need to set your gate. So once this is set up and you have actually done the basic things, the gain structure, the mix to that channel and every other thing, so you just want to make sure that once this channel is not needed, or probably someone is not using it, is not picking any surround sound, and as you can see now, is only picking my voice because I don't have much noise around me. So let's assume I do something like this. There is a fan with me here, so I want to place my mic in front of this fan. Okay, you can see that there is a kind of frequency coming in to the mixer even when I'm not talking at all. Okay, that is the signal coming from the fan around me here. So what I can do right now is to set a gain to make sure that once I'm not talking to the mic, this signal is not coming up at all. And obviously I'm not using this particular signal on the recording. I think I should switch to that, but then let's try and see what will come out of this. So I'm taking it away from the fan and there is no signal. This is actually what my voice is. So what I'm trying to do is to make sure that whenever I'm not talking, it remains silent. I'm not having something like this. You can see this signal. I want to kill it. So the first thing is to find the threshold that I'm trying to cut off, and this is giving me minus 60. Am I right? Okay, so I put my threshold. Okay, so let's try as much as possible to remove the gates, noise gates. So as you can see, immediately I activate my gates, there is no signal coming out because I've set it in such a way that once the signal is now up to 41.5 minus 45, 1.5, this particular mic is not receiving any signal. But immediately I deactivate my gates, you can see there is a background noise coming up. So the most important thing is for you to actually get a threshold of the unwanted frequency. Once you get the threshold, set your threshold to that particular frequency level. Activate your gain. Once you activate your gain, immediately someone stop talking with the mic, and the frequency coming in is not as high as that threshold you set. The mic remains silent. Don't not switch off, but the noise gate has actually helped us silence the mic to that level. It is that easy on gates setting. So once you deactivate the gates, you get the signal back. Immediately you activate it, you don't have it anymore. So basically this is what your gate noise gate does. There are other things you can see, like the mode. The mode actually depends on maybe expanding it, or I want to gate that particular line. That is just a mode for this particular knob and compartment. It doesn't have anything to do with gate. I just have to go and pick my gate to attend to the threshold. Then this attack and release time, we have actually discussed them before on our previous video. You just have to do with timing at which your gates peak start working, or at the time it will release the signal. Okay, the hold, the range, and the likes can be checked up on our previous video on compression. So in order not to waste our time, gates is not going to remove your noise, but it will help you to silence them. All right, that is what we have for you today on our noise gate video. I hope you have learned one or two things, and if you are new to this channel, kindly click subscribe button. Your comment, your share, your like is keeping us moving, and I will see you in our next video.